अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आज हमारा इंशाल्लाह दूसरा लेक्चर है प्रोबेबिलिटी मेथड्स फॉर इंजीनियरिंग। इससे पहले कि हम आगे चलें, हमने पिछले लेक्चर में जो दिखा था सेट थ्योरी, उससे रिलेटेड एक एग्जांपल सॉल्व कर लेते हैं। मैं यहाँ पे पेस्ट करने लगा हूँ। सो इस एग्जांपल में इट सेज दैट फोन स्मार्ट ऑफर्स कस्टमर्स टू काइंड्स ऑफ स्मार्टफोन्स, एप्रिकॉट एंड बनाना. So it is possible to buy a banana phone with an optional external battery E. Apricot customers can buy a phone with an external battery E or an extra memory card C or both. Draw a Venn diagram that shows the relationship among the items A, B, C and E available to the phone smart customers. So in this question we have to just draw the Venn diagram. So we can clearly see from the first statement that if this is the phone smart of phone smarts shop, so they are offering only two kinds of sets. So it means that these two sets are making the partitions A and B. Next, it's we can see that we can buy a banana phone with an optional external battery E. Apricots can buy a phone with external battery. So external battery, both of them, means if the customers can, they can buy external battery E, and means even if they buy apricot or banana phone. But if you are buying a apricot, customers can buy a phone with external battery or an extra memory card. So apricot जो customers हैं वो external memory card भी परचेज कर सकते हैं. Now this option is not available for the customers who are buying the banana phone. So इस वजह से हमारे पास ये जो C है set that only appears on the A side. So this is basically the Venn diagram of the this example. अच्छा, आगे चलते हैं थोड़ा सा and we see के हम इसमें थोड़ा सा देखते हैं अप्लाइंग सेट थ्योरी. To probability. Applying set theory to probability. ठीक है. सो सबसे पहले जब probability हम स्टार्ट करते हैं तो वी स्टार्ट विद द बेसिक मॉडल. ठीक है, बेसिक मॉडल ऑफ रिपीटेबल एक्सपेरिमेंट्स. So basic model of repeatable experiments. So here it must be remembered that experiments, we must be able to repeat them under certain conditions to perform some probability test on it. So experiment consists of observations and procedure. So in this all steps we will we want to observe the uncertainty. So some examples of experiments could be experiments of experiments examples include maybe a flip of coin, roll a die, walk to the bus stop, and so on. Means all these things which can be repeatedly we can do, we will say that's an experiment. So throughout this course, actually, physically when we involve in the field, so we do the uh, we analyze actually models of actual physical experiments. But as we know from our basic knowledge that physical experiments, they have very limitations, and they are sometimes too complicated to analyze them. So that's why we define the models of real experiments, models of real experiments, because when we model it, we use approximations to simplify our model, to simplify our physical experiment, so that we can apply some certain mathematical tools on it. So this is basically some basic model of probability start. So let's have very simple example that we have done here on Phone Smart. This is example 1.2, and we just have to figure out what's the procedure, observation, and model. So here the experiment consists of procedure, which says that monitor activity at a Phone Smart store. What's our observation? Observation is observe which type of phone, apricot or banana, the next customer purchases. And what is our model? Apricots and bananas are equally likely. The result of each purchase is unrelated to the results of previous purchases. So here we have seen a very simple experiment in which we have defined what is our procedure, that what we are going to do: monitor activity at a Phone Smart store so we can repeat it, observation what next customer is going to purchase, and model that both are equally likely. Equally likely means that if a customer comes to a store, he or she can buy either apricot phone or banana phone. There is no restriction that if one customer have bought apricot, the next one will buy the apricot or maybe banana. So there is no restriction. So means all the customers can buy apricot, or the customers can buy banana phones, or mixing, or maybe both of them. So there is some important note here, that two experiments with same procedure same procedure but different observations are different experiments. So it means that we have two different observations in a certain experiment, so they will become two different experiments. So experiments obviously based on some observation that what we are going to make. For example, if we at the phone smart store, if we observe the sequence of A's and B's. Now this is one experiment. But if we observe something else, that observe the number of apricots. So this is another experiment. Now I hope you have understood this basic concept. Next we will move to another basic definition: outcome. So an outcome of an experiment is any possible observation of that experiment. So means whatever we observe, means if we just flip a coin and see whether it is head or tail, so this will be, means if head comes, we say that is the outcome of our experiment. Then very important definition: sample space. In set theory we have used the terminology universal set, but in probability we will use the terminology sample space. The definition of sample space is very interesting. The sample space of an experiment is the finest grain mutually exclusive collectively exhaustive set of all possible outcomes. So just like we have said in the universal set that they must be from the same context, all the elements. So here we have said that finest grain, and they are mutually exclusive, and we know the definition of mutually exclusive: they must not share anything, means their intersection should be null set. And collectively exhaustive means they, if we take all of them separately, so they will make our whole universal set, or here we call it sample space. So all possible outcomes that can be possible. So finest grain means that we cannot further reduce them, means if we just say said an example, toss a coin. So if we just toss a coin or flip a coin once, so there is possibility that we can have either head or tail. So the head and tail means here if we say that S is head or tail, so here we can say that this is the finest grain, because we cannot reduce it further. We cannot reduce this to the any further. So they are obviously mutually exclusive, and if we take them separately, they are collectively exhaustive. So this is the sample space. So Let's see another small example. It's same as this is example 1.5. Phone Smart store. If we observe 3 customers buying phone, so here S we call it as A for apricot phone, B for banana phone. So this is not the sample space. A represents purchase of apricot, B represents the purchase of banana. Now here we are looking at the 3 customers who are buying the phone, so our sample space will be, means all of the customers can buy apricot phone, apricot and apricot, banana, apricot, banana, apricot, apricot, banana, 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 apricot, apricot, banana, banana, apricot, banana, banana, banana. So these are all the possible, these the 3 customers that we are looking at, whether they can buy either apricot phone or banana phone. So all of the customers can buy banana, one customer can buy banana, all the customers can buy apricot, 2 customers buy apricot, 1 banana, 1 customer buy apricot, then banana, then apricot. So all of these sequence are the all possible outcomes that can be possible outcomes of this experiment, that we are looking at the 3 customers in a sequence who are buying a phone. Similarly, a very simple example 1.6, it says that the manufacturer and IC or integrated circuit and test it to determine whether it meets quality objectives. So the possible outcomes are as we are looking for only one IC or integrated circuit, so we can represent small a as accepted and the small r as rejected. So the sample space would be simply A R. So these are the finest grain, we cannot reduce them further. Now just we will tabular हम इसको ज़रा टेबुलर फॉर्म में देखते हैं कि सेट अलजेब्रा में हमारी क्या टर्मिनोलॉजीज़ हैं और हमारे पास प्रोबेबिलिटी में क्या टर्मिनोलॉजीज़ हैं. तो यहाँ पर हमने बात की सेट अलजेब्रा में सेट, यहाँ पर हमारे पास आएगा इवेंट, जो अभी हमने डिफ़ाइन नहीं किया, अभी हम डिफ़ाइन करते हैं. यहाँ पर हमने नाम दिया इसको यूनिवर्सल सेट का. यहाँ पर हमारे पास क्या आया, सैम्पल स्पेस. यहाँ पर हमारे पास है एलिमेंट और यहाँ पे हमारे पास है आउटकम. अच्छा, इवेंट हमने अभी डिफ़ाइन नहीं किया, सो लेट्स डिफाइन दिस टर्मिनोलॉजी. इवेंट, so event is an event is a set of outcomes of an experiment. सो किसी भी एक्सपेरिमेंट में अगर हम इवेंट ले लें तो ए मीन्स अ सेट ऑफ आउटकम्स ले लें तो हमारे पास आ सकते हैं, जस्ट लाइक रोलिंग अ डाई. सो रोलिंग अ डाई जिसको हम करते हैं, सो 6 साइडेड डाई, 6 साइडेड फेयर डाई. सो हमारे पास जो इसकी सैम्पल स्पेस बनती है दैट इज सिंपली 1 2 3 4 5 6. मीन्स इट, ये किस पे डिपेंड कर रही है कि हमारे पास जिसको हम रोल करते हैं तो उसके जो फेस अप आता है उस पर क्या आएगा, इधर 1 डॉट, 2 डॉट्स, 3 डॉट्स, 4 डॉट्स, 5 डॉट्स, 6 डॉट्स. So we can define different events, say E1 roll 4 or higher. So it means it can have 4, 5, 6, and we can define some other events, say E2 roll is even. So we can say 2, 4, 6, and so on. We can define any event depending upon whatever our experiment is. So we can have a group of outcomes from an experiment. Okay, now we have defined all these basic terminologies. Let's look at an example. I will go to the next page of this. Sorry. So I have just copy pasted it from the book actually. So it is given as quiz 1.2 in the book. So it says that monitor 3 consecutive packets going through a internet router. Based on a packet header, each packet can be classified as either video if it was sent from a YouTube server, or as ordinary data D. So your observation is a sequence of 3 letters. Each letter is either V or D. For example, 2 video packets followed by 1 data packet corresponds to VVD. Write the elements of the following sets. So before solving this question or any probability question, we must be aware of our sample space. Here the sample space is easy, so we can write it directly because we have the 3 sequenced numbers. So the sample space is very easy for it. So it will include VVV, VVD, VDV, VDD, DVV, DVD, DDV, DDD. So we could have only all these 8 possible outcomes. So these are the finest grain, so we cannot further reduce them. Now it says that what is A1. So A1 says that second packet is video. We don't bother about what is the other, but we have to look for the second packet is video. VVV, VVD, DVV, DVD. That's it. I will go side by side like this. Try to. B1 says the second packet is data. VDV, VDD, DDV, DDD. Similarly, A2 says all packets are same. So all packets are same are simply VVV and DDD. And B2 says that video and data alternate. Video and data alternate. So they will be VDV and DVD. And A3, one or more video packets, either it is one or more. So it will be VVV, VVD, VDV, VDD, DVV, DVD, DDV, and B3 is 2 or more data packets, 2 data packets or more data packets. So it is VDD, DVD, DDV, DDD. Now we have written all these events that are defined here. Now it says that for each pair of events A1 and B1, A2 and B2 and so on, identify whether the pair of events is either mutually exclusive or collectively exhaustive or both. So I will do it for A1 and B1. So to check whether they are mutually exclusive, what we need to see is that A1 intersection B1. We will see if it is a null set, then we will say that they are mutually exclusive. So we can see here from here there is nothing common here, so it means that it is null set, so it means they are mutually exclusive. Yes. Now collectively exhaustive. For collectively exhaustive, we have to take their union, A1 union B1, and we will see whether it will constitute our sample space. So I am writing DVV, DVD, DDV, DDD. So we can say that yes, which is equal to S, so it means it is a collectively exhaustive. So we can say that A1 and B1 are both mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive. B1, B2, A2, B2 and A3, B3, I will leave it for you people to solve it. That's very easy. I will suggest कि इससे जो related problems है at the back of the chapter, उसमें से आप लाजमी करें, जो easy हैं और moderate हैं वो तो लाजमी करें, ठीक, एटलीस्ट उनको ट्राई ज़रूर करें. जो चीज़ समझ नहीं आती है यू कैन आस्क मी इंशाल्लाह. सो इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में मिलेंगे. स्टे ब्लेस्ड. अस्सलामु अलैकुम.